Thank you for joining me on this brief walkthrough on how to take images from a mobile device and manipulate them in an application called Google Drawings. We're going to cover 3 steps. It's not comprehensive, but it will get you up and running. The first step we cover will be taking the photos or images off of your mobile device and putting them onto your Chromebook. The second step is opening Google Drawings and placing the images that you just took from your phone into the drawings canvas. And then the final step will be covering how to take what you've assembled in Google Drawings and turn it into a file that you can place in Google Classroom or publish to the web or share with somebody, even via email. So let's start with step 1, and that's getting 3, 2, 1. So let's start with step 1, and that's going to be taking images off of our mobile device and putting it into the Chromebook. I'm going to connect my iPhone 8 to my Chromebook using the lightning cable, the same cable we use to charge our device every hour, it feels like. And you might not have seen it or heard it, but my device went ahead and connected. And when I click the File button, you may not have the File button in your tray down at the bottom. So if you don't see this white file folder icon, you can click on your launcher and search for files. And you can click on it here, and that will open up the file browser on your Chromebook. On the left side, you'll see a shortcut to audio files, you'll see a shortcut to images, you'll see My Files, and notice down at the bottom, you see Apple iPhone. That's my device that I just connected. Now, this is frustrating, but this happens. It's good that you see this process. The reason that I'm not seeing anything here is that I've not yet clicked the Allow button that popped up on my phone to grant permission for the Chromebook to read the data that's there. I just tapped it, and as you can see, another window opened up with a couple of folders. Apple sorts its images and videos into 102 Apple, 103 Apple. You'll notice that's all part of a folder called DCIM. And if you're using another device, a digital camera, maybe an Android-based device, and you plug it into your computer, look for that DCIM folder. That's typically where images and movies are stored. I'm going to double-click 103 Apple. And you'll notice I have some .movs. Those are digital video files, and also some .jpgs, JPEGs, digital pictures. I'm going to select just a few of the JPEGs. I'm going to left-click on one, hold down the Control button on my keyboard, and I'm going to click on these 3. Then I'm going to right-click by using 2 fingers and tapping on my touchpad, and go to Copy, left-click Copy, and I'm going to copy these from my phone into my Downloads folder. You can see I have a few here already, but I'm going to paste in a few more. Just double-tap, paste. And you'll see those images transferring over. So that takes care of step 1. We've taken photos off of our mobile device and placed them onto our Chromebook. Step 2 is getting into Google Drawings. You can open up your Chrome browser, and up in the Omni box, you can type drawings.google.com. That's drawings, plural, .google.com. And it's going to take you to an application that looks, a little like the typical photo editors we're used to seeing on other computers. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on File. And I want to change the way that this checkerboard-looking page is shaped. And I'm going to scroll down a little bit in the File menu and left-click on Page Setup. I'm going to change it from a standard 4:3 to a widescreen 16:9. I click Apply. And from there, you can see the shape of that blank canvas changed a little bit. And now it's time to get pictures out of my Chromebook and place them into this canvas here. I do so by coming up to Insert, and make sure I stay on the menu, Image, come over to the right, and I'm going to actually upload these from my computer, since I've already transferred them from my phone to my Chromebook. It takes me to my Downloads folder. If you don't get to your Downloads folder wherever you pasted your files, go ahead and navigate to that place. I'm going to left-click on this first one, hold down Control, left-click on this one so that the 2 are checked, and then I'm going to left-click on this one. So I'm bringing 3 pictures into the canvas at one time. Once I do that, left click on Open, and you'll see the pictures stack up on top of each other. If I left click off to the side, that deselects all of the pictures. And then I can come back and left click on this one of my son holding his super bear, hover over the left corner, hold down the left click on my touchpad, and drag to make it smaller. And then from there, I can drag it up and put it in a corner. And we can start to build just a basic collage by sizing these different images and overlapping them a little bit. I can also double finger tap on this, a right click, and do order, and I can bring a picture to the front or bring it forward so that the overlaps work a little differently. The final step, I can manipulate this and size this. I could go back and insert more pictures, but I do want to make sure I show you the final step before we get through too much time, and that is to turn this into something that can be shared. I'm first of all going to give it a name. I'm going to call it Ethan the Man. Always give it a title so you don't have a drive full of untitled documents. File, download. I'm going to download this as a PNG image. It's another digital imaging format similar to JPEG. You can use either JPEG or PNG, but I'm going to download PNG. And then just like that, it might not pop up a window, but sure enough, it sure did. And I can show this in the folder. And there is my finished product, and that's a file that can be attached to a Google Classroom assignment or can be emailed. So again, this was a quick tutorial. I encourage you to keep in touch and let me know what questions you have, and I hope you enjoy working with Google Drawings.